So today, I'm going to play a song in C major. What is C major? C major is the C chord, the F chord, and the G chord. So the C chord is going to look like this. It's really not that complicated. The C chord has only 3 notes. And this can be used in every single song that has the key of C. So we'll start with the first note, which is C. All of these notes are C. Adjust this a little bit. It also has the note E. E is the note 2 white keys to the right of C. 1, 2, 3. The next note is G in our C chord. And all together, playing all these 3 notes, C, E, and G, no matter where they are on the keyboard, creates the C chord. So that is the C major chord. There are 2 other chords that we're going to play in the key of C, and that is the F chord and the G chord. And that is F, what I just played. So the F chord consists of F, and then skip over 2, just like we did in the C chord. And we play the note of A, and then finally C. So all together, it's F, A, C. That is our F chord. Again, all chords only have 3 notes that we're going to be talking about, all major chords, in their smallest sense. Finally, the last chord we're going to learn is G. That is the note G. And the G major chord is going to be the same exact as C and F, skipping every other white note. So G, skip the A, go to the B, skip the B, or skip the C, go to the D. And there you have it. You have G, B, D. Now I'm going to throw in an extra. It's going to be the minor, which is our 6th chord in our chord progression. So we start out with C, go to F, which is our 4. And how do I know that? Count up 4. C, B, E, F. That's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1 is C, F is 4, and G is 5. And then I'm going to throw in the minor, the A minor. Again, you'll notice that all of the chords have the same fingering in its most basic sense. So the C is going to be every other, the F is going to be every other, the G is going to be every other, and then the A is going to be every other. So there we have it, our 4 chords. All you need to know is really C, F, and G, and then the minor chord is kind of extra. So you can really play any song really, other than changing keys or anything like that. We're not going to change keys. We're going to play a very elaborate song just using those 4 chords. So I'm going to start out with C. Notice I've only played the notes in the chord C. E, C, G. Still in the chord of C. I haven't changed at all. I'm just playing those 3 notes. Now I can move to a different note outside of the chord, and it can still be technically in the chord of C major. See, I'm playing the F, and I know that's not in the C chord. And I'm playing a B, which is not technically in the C chord, and yet it still works. But you can't just build a song on one chord. It has to go somewhere. It has to progress. And that's where we come up with the term chord progression. It's progressing from one chord to the next. Remember, when we're writing a song, you want to start with a tonic. And in this case, the tonic is your 1 chord. In this case, your 1 chord is your C major chord. We're going to move on to another chord, either our 4, 5, or 6. Let's move on to our 4 chord, our F chord. So we'll start out with C, our tonic. So I'll move to the 4, which is the predominant chord. I'm going to go back to tonic, to our C. Back to 4. Back to C. And then I want to move to 5, so I'm going to go to G. So I'm at 4, I'm at my F chord. But it's pushing me along to play the B right here. It's going to push me along, and I'm going to be forced to play my G chord. Back to 4. But to progress, it's got to go back to 5. And then resolve it. And the resolution is going to be up to the C, from the B to the C. And that's a chord progression in its very basic sense. 1, 4, and 5. So let's play this again, a little bit quicker this time. Notice how I'm changing from one chord to the next. First chord is going to be C, the next chord is going to be F, next is going to be G, and the next is going to be C again. So starting on the tonic, move to the 4th, the predominant, move to the 5th, the dominant, and then move back to the tonic. Then you can kind of throw in that 6th. It'll be like this. So I went to the C, I went to the tonic, but I'm going to change it and I'm going to go to the minor this time. So notice how I switch it up by bringing it to the minor, which means I'm going to have to go back in time. If I ever get to the minor, that's not the tonic. So I'm eventually going to have to somehow get to the tonic. So I'll move from my minor 6th, down back to my dominant 5, and then back to the 4, and then that'll lead me back to the 1. And then maybe the 5, which is the leading tone. The B is the leading tone, leading into the C. Now I'm going to play all these chords together, and I'm going to make an elaborate song just using those 4 chords. 1, 4, 5, and then minor 6. Minor 6. So notice how I'll start off with my 1, my tonic. And when you put it all together, there are only 7 notes in that entire song. And you think, oh, there are a million notes going back and forth all over the place. No, if you just break it down, there are only 7 notes in a scale. The octaves, you know, we have low octave to high octaves. But if you think about it, if you throw out the octaves, if you just treat every note as the same, there are only 7 notes. So while I'm playing all of these different notes back and forth, that's just your C, and then that's just your F chord, and then G.